Okay, good. Hello, good morning. So it's currently very early in the morning, and I think I've been reflecting a little bit. Not a little bit. I've been reflecting a lot, like a whole lot. And I think another thing I that bothers me a lot is the fact that I don't know who I am. If you asked me, and the only thing if you asked me, uh, to talk about myself, the only thing I could say for certain, or the only thing I can say for certain, is my name. I can tell you my name. I can tell you my age. I can tell you. I can tell you where I grew up, the schools I attended, things like that. But I could not tell you. And those are all surface. I feel those are all surface level things or stuff. So I don't know the adjective to use. So, but those are all like surface level. So I think beyond the surface, I don't know who I am. I don't know who I am. Aside, if I, aside my, I cannot tell you my aspirations, my dreams, my hopes, my things I'm interested. I don't know. I feel like I have no interest. I feel like an NPC sometimes because I don't. Now that I'm talking about it, it just feels I don't know who I am. I don't know how do I discover who I am? Maybe the problem was I've lived such a life trying to, shall I say, please everyone, or trying not to step on toes, trying to just sort of get by, do the things that do the things that make people not do sort of things that make people not really do things, so I do not kind of draw any attention to myself. I've done what my parents wanted, try to please them, try what society wanted, try to fit in, try to um not stand out, not be different, not be the black sheep, just be like everyone else. So I think along the lines, I kind of never sat down to identify or figure out who am I, what do I want, what should I do, what where am I heading to? Do you understand? I just sort of wore this mask. I sort of uh blended in with everybody. Then I don't know. I kind of never realized. I kind of never decided to be my own person. I was just okay. What do they want? How can I just sort of be as basic as possible, be like everybody else, and not drag any attention to myself per se. Just okay. How do I? I don't know if that makes sense. I just don't know who I am. The bottom line, the underlying issue is I don't know who I am. I don't know how to find out who I am. I don't know what to do. That will, are there any? How do people discover who they are, what they want? Do you sort of I don't know? You take a weekend away in the mountains? Do you like meditate? Are there questions you answer? Any questions you ask yourself and answer? Do you see how do you find out who you are? How do you make sense of your existence? How do you I don't know if justifying I think finding out who you are, I don't know. Do I have to justify my existence for me to to make sense of who I am? I don't know. Maybe I just exist and that's all. But I want to know who I am. I want to know what tickles what things I'm interested in. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, I don't play sports. I never they never picked me in sports. I suck at sports. I'm terrible at sports. I don't I don't play video games. I cannot play video games. I've never really had anybody teach me. I don't know how to play video games. I I what else? I don't go to like parties. I think throughout university, no one ever invited me to any party. I I don't go to parties. I've never had such of. I've never had and I've never had the phase or like a time in my life where I was like, okay, I'm going to do certain things to try and figure out things I'm interested in. I don't know anything. I'm useless. I'm practically useless. I'm like, I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to communicate. I don't know how to maintain eye contact. I don't know how to basic social skills. I'm terrible at social skills. I don't know. I just like I don't know. It's terrible. It's terrible. And up to now, up to how do I put it? Up to this point, I've been, I don't know. I'm sort of comfortable with where I was or where I am, and it never really bothered me. I was like, sure, okay, life is you just come, you just do your part, and you leave. There was something I wrote down. I said, okay, Shakespeare said, life is. I think I wrote it down in my notes somewhere. There was this. Okay, it's not life is the play. Yeah, life is the play. But what he said was what Shakespeare. I think Shakespeare wrote, said, all the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time play many parts. I think all my life I've only played one part. The part of the part I don't even think I've played the part. I've just existed, just floated around, being an NPC, having no interest, no aspiration. No, I have aspirations. I just don't have interest. I don't know who I am. How do I find out who I am? How do I find out? If you have any questions, I can like if there are any questions you asked, any um things, activities to sort of engage in to find out who you are. There are questions. I go to a mountain top and spend like two days or 2 nights to just did you I don't know if that makes sense. Probably did not make sense. Like, it probably did not make sense. Did not make sense. Called English. It probably did not make sense. I'm sorry if it did not make any sense. Thank you.